Well, hello there once again, back fans, and the good people at Oraimo have sent me this box. So the model number of what's in here is an OSV-229A in space gray. So I'm going to guess that it is a stick vacuum, mainly because that's what the label says. It says it's a stick vacuum. One nice thing about stick vacuums is the boxes are very small that they come in. So it doesn't take up a lot of space. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, so I opened the box upside down. So let me turn it around here. This is the outer box, and that's good. I always like things being double boxed. All right, fantastic. So I am told that this is well, maybe I shouldn't use the word pre-production model, but this is something that Oraimo wanted me specifically to evaluate, and that right this very second, it's not available for purchase, but it's available for reviewers like me to evaluate. So that's what I'm going to be doing here, is a full evaluation. All right, so we have a nice little, is this the manual? Yeah, all right, so it's a little welcome guide, right? Here's a little welcome guide. And we have some parts. We have lots and lots of parts. So first thing out of the box will be this little cleaning tool. We've seen this before. This is something that's very useful and very common. So on one end, you have a brush, and then on the other end, you have a hook, and there's a blade that's actually stuck in there. Okay, that's good. And now we have, well, this looks like some type of a tube. Okay, so this is some type of a tube, obviously. It's an extension, and it doesn't slide in or slide out one way or another. Right, that's interesting. Have to see how that's going to work out for this particular machine. And here is another longer tube. I imagine you can put these two together. Okay. Now let's see. Is this going to go? I wonder. Just trying things out. Well, obviously that fits in there. Does it fit in the top too? Just if for somebody wanted to do that, and it also, so it fits in either the top or the bottom of this longer, well, tube, I guess. That's interesting. I wonder if that's going to make a difference, especially for a consumer, playing with this for the first time. Because let's face it, nobody looks at manuals. Let's be completely honest. Let's see, what do we have here? Here is a charging brick. Okay. AC adapter. And this one says output 26.5 volts at 800 milliamps. All right. What can I do without taking out anything else? All right, so here is a bin. Here's a cyclonic bin. All this is well packaged, by the way, and I do love the double boxing. I mean, that's really great. Okay, so here's a bin, and see, you push this. There you go, and that'll probably be to empty it. And does this untwist to come out? Yes. Okay, so it's twist in and twist out. All right, that's great. And let's see, there's a button on the top. And all that does is work a latch. All right, that's great. So I'm going to just step out on a limb here and say that this is going to fit in like this. All right, that just fit right in very nicely. All right, That's good. That's solid, right? All right, fantastic. I'm still wondering, does this go on the bottom or the top, or does it actually matter? Let's see, I have to take this piece of packing material out. Okay, we're going to keep going. Here we have a power nozzle. All right, this looks great. And this is all in the, well, at least for me, I've only done one unit, the typical Oraimo green motif. There we go. So the brush roll is super soft. The bristles are short and they are very soft. Oh, it's got two sets. Okay, so it's got a shorter set and a slightly longer set. The slightly longer set are really soft. I mean, excessively soft. And the ultra short set, see if you can hear this, they're stiff, but they're even shorter. All right, and this says voltage 22.2 volts and 15 watts of power. Let's see, does this lock in an upright position? It locks in an upright position. So this machine should be freestanding. And we have 1, 2, 3 LED lights right there in the front, some nice bumpers and wheels, little tiny ones here in the front. That's kind of common, a little larger ones in the back. But the cool thing is it should be able to stand up. Now let's see, we have probably what they may call the power plant. All right, that's great. Running out of room here. Let's kind of move this off to the side. Here's a power plant. All this is very lightweight. So it doesn't have the battery on it yet. Let's see, here's going to be a bin release. Okay, that's great. And this is going to be, let's see, the Cyclone assembly will come out with a simple twist. Here is the pre-motor HEPA filter. We've seen that before with the Oraimo products. Let's see, that slots back in. And then this should be able to go back up in here, push and twist. I don't see anything else that slides around. There's no button on the top of anything. Nope. So I think that's all the functionality this has, minus the battery. And speaking of the battery, here is the battery. Let's see here. It's got a power button on the top, and it's got battery indicators. It looks like it has 3 levels of little LEDs in here. And the rating is 22.2 volts, 2200 milliamp hours. All right. So it looks like all that's going to be less than, say, 50 watt hours. All right. It's a fairly compact battery. Does that go in? Let's see. Some of them push straight in. Some of them go in and then go down. So let's see. Does this go in and down? No. Does it battery eject? Maybe it goes like this. Oh, they want to. Okay. So this hooks on to the back. That's a little unusual. I'm usually used to, like in and then down. This one is, you're going to slot it in the back and then go forward here. And then to take it off, you have a battery eject release mechanism. Okay, so you need to hook the back and then push it down. All right, is there any power in the battery? I'm not seeing anything. I'm pushing it. There's nothing there. So this might not even have a partial charge. And we have an extra filter. This is always great because as you're waiting, these are washable. You wash them and then you dry them, let them completely dry for 24 hours. You know the routine. It's pretty common. But while you're waiting for one to dry, you can swap in for, a new one. So that's great that they have that. That's so handy. We have a kind of a wide width soft dusting brush. Okay, there we go. Yep, seen this before. So these bristles are long and they are, I'm going to say they're medium stiff, to be honest with you. Okay. And we're coming down to the end of what's in the box because I think this is the last piece, and we have a crevice tool. All right, that's great. Well, I suppose that could fit on the end of, you know, this is really kind of interesting here. So I have not looked up in the manual whatsoever. I have a general idea, I think, of what we need to do. Yeah, there's nothing else left in the box. All right, so we can get rid of the box. So now, let's see if I can figure out how to put this together and what all of its capabilities are. Because this looks like it's kind of an unusual product, to be honest with you, really. Okay, so here's all our pieces. Just kind of arranging them a little bit here. Let's see if we can make everything as visible as possible. And there you go. Okay, so here is the full unboxing of this Oraimo. And, you know, all it says is cordless stick vacuum, and it's OSV-229A. It doesn't have any other type of name that I'm seeing. You know, everybody has a model number, but I don't see some other type of name. You know, like say S5 or, you know, super extra uber turbo something or other. Ooh, extended warranty service, 2 years. That's great. 1 year standard warranty, 1 year extended warranty, and it says register product within 14 days of purchasing. So register that now as soon as you get this thing, and you'll get double your original warranty. All right, that's very handy. All right, so let me see what we got here. So how about we just put this unit together? Let me try a couple of things. So obviously you've got this main unit, and can you put this in this way? You can. And then can you, that doesn't do anything. Can you just put the power nozzle on? Well, you can. Here, let me let me move a couple of things. Again, make a little room here. So you can use it like this. I mean, I'm not seeing any type of like way to extend or contract, to expand or contract the wands, because the wands appear to be essentially fixed. So this will, and it's going to go out of frame here, but this will easily stand up on its own. So you probably can't see the whole thing. It's going to be cut off up there, but this is easily standing on its own. Okay, so this is kind of unusual because you have a cyclonic assembly here and a cyclonic assembly here. So you have two sets of cyclones, and that just blows my mind. I can't wait to go and try this out to see how it works. It doesn't look like you have to use both sets of cyclones. I mean, you're going to have to use at least one, of course. So does this fit in here? Like for doing stairs, you've seen me do this for stairs and couches. There you go. That's pretty sharp. Look at that. Okay, so there's a compressed unit for getting into really tight areas. And does this swivel? Okay, yes. So you can see we have the typical swivel action. Also, it's great. It stands up on its own. This kind of blows me away. Simply because you have these extra parts that I'm just not really used to seeing. All right, that's cool. So you have that, and let's see. Let's say you wanted to just put an extension tube. I keep wanting to call it a wand. It's not a wand. It's really just a tube. And you could do this, I suppose. So that's an option. And I think you can actually see the entire height of the unit here. So I don't know, getting into slightly less cramped areas, I suppose. All right, that's great. Let's see, what else can you do here? You can put this in and make it full size, and you can do it that way. I mean, whether Oraimo wants you to do that or not, it does fit that way. So you have this. That's that's pretty cool. That's wild. So it's like, do you have a uh, a pre-cyclonic assembly for your cyclonic assembly? That's pretty neat. So you could do it that way. Let's see here. And you can do it the other way, I would imagine, where you put the first cyclone down close to the nozzle head. Yeah, so I guess, whichever way you prefer. I mean, seems to go together either way. That's really something. How about we try the tools? So this is a this is a pretty neat product. I normally don't get this surprised about things, but that certainly surprised me. I wasn't too sure how that was going to work out. Now, let's see, does this just fit in the end? All right, so you can use your crevice tool that way. Of course, you can also put it directly into the main unit. See, this is why I normally try to make an attempt to not look at the manual, just so you can realize that a lot of the surprise and awestruckdom, so to speak, is genuine. So I see that without actually studying everything in advance. So you can use this, of course. See, you can use this dusting brush here. That's fine. But no adjustable wands. Well, you know what I got to do now? I need to, I guess we could stretch it out a little bit here. I need to charge this because there's no battery power in that battery at all. And when this is fully charged, we'll keep going. So I actually did crack open the manual, and there is a piece that appears to be missing. I've gone through all the packing material. I'm not seeing it. In the manual, it says it's a storage bracket. Item number 13. I'll show you what that looks like. So I am not seeing this storage bracket right here. So Oraimo, that was not in my box anywhere. I don't know how useful it may be, because this can stand up on its own and just sit against a wall. And some people might just prefer to use that rather than drilling holes in their wall. And the other thing was how to take the brush roll out. So this is also an unusual design. In many cases, you have some kind of small piece. You got a latch. You remove some type of a piece, comes out. It sits off to the side. Maybe it actually latches one way or another, and then you pull the brush roll out. This is a little bit different in that how this brush roll comes out is all in one piece, including its mechanism to hold it into the head itself. So you have some arrows right here, and you literally push that out, and you think maybe that's going to come off or latch up, down, something like that. That's not what happens. And the entire mechanism, the entire assembly comes out as a single piece. Now I wonder, does that come off? No, okay, that doesn't come off. That doesn't have an end cap. And then you do whatever cleaning you need. If you need to scrape off, the hair, whatever it may be, brush something. But this stays as a single piece. There's no parts going flying everywhere, right? That's great. Then when you want to reinstall it, you have to get that to sit properly. Goes in, and then just simply push this way. It'll click in, and then your brush roll is reinstalled. So that's it. So the only piece that I seem to be missing in the box, and again I've gone through it, is the mounting assembly that would hold this unit up. But to be honest with you, I'm not so sure that you would really need to do it because this unit freestands just fine.